I think for a lot of students, social justice is such a abstract concept because it's something that, we can have a rally, we can write letters, but what can I really do about it? And so when the USF students went to Georgia and led workshops on what they were doing to fight slavery, it really energized a lot of the high schools and colleges because they said, oh my gosh, students are actually fighting injustice. They're actually getting results.
Here's to today. There's nothing left to celebrate. For sold is fate, and fate has chained me here. Damned all those shadow faces cry, but no one hears. I'm not for sale, you're not for sale. No one should be, not you or me.
I hear your chains carried by your crumbling limb.
Using the Not For Sale campaign's free to create platform, I wrote a song entitled Lovely Bones that I'm going to be performing to demonstrate to the audience the different ways that people can participate using the different platforms. When I first learned about the campaign, I went home that day and I was in a creative mode and created the song that very day in a half hour or so. Recorded it over the next few weeks and gave the finished product to the Not For Sale campaign.
Everyone is trying to provide actual steps as to how they've gotten active. So then, all right, here's a construct as to how we got active. Use it in your place as well. So it's really just a way to encourage other institutions and other students to be active.
Pretty clever.
Yeah, we got it down. Just all a matter of fact of actually practicing it. I'm confident that we're all highly educated on the issue and know what we're talking about, so it should go well.
Here's to the fight for dignity, I'll set you free. I'm not for sale, you're not for sale. No one should be, not you or me, not you or me. You're not for sale, no one should be, not you or me, not you or me.
That it's the fastest growing illegal trade, yet you never hear of a global fight on human trafficking. Every day in the news you hear about the fight on terror, the fight on drugs, the fight on illegal arms, but you never hear of the fight on human trafficking.
That they're enslaved by debt, they're enslaved by force, by intimidation, by the fact that they can't speak English, or they take their papers.
They're threatened they'll be exported.
Right, yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So the Not For Sale campaign is really founded on the practice of open source activism, and Madeline and Pat are a classic example of open source activism. And this is the idea that no matter who you are, no matter what you do, we can use your talent to become an abolitionist.
When we're talking about fighting human trafficking, it's really about alleviating global poverty.
Thank you, Anna!
Thank you. We needed that. All right, back to the work.
Well, the first night there was over 2,000 students from high schools and from universities, and it was an amazing kind of bringing together of all of these different institutions. We had Killian Moots, who's able to get up and give kind of an impassioned call for people to come join us at the teach-in.
We're at the Friday kickoff to the St. Ignatius Family Teach-In. We're about to go on stage and give our quick 2-3 minute presentation to try and get people hooked in to Not For Sale.
It takes 1 minute to learn about the issue and really figure out what you can do as a college student or as a high school student. I'd just like to leave you the fact that today in Thailand, for $3, children are being sold. In Ethiopia, it's $1.20. Every minute of every day, 2 children are being sold into slavery?
I think Killian did a great job. I think Jade and Natalie did a great job of explaining what it is they're doing on a high school level. Right now wasn't exactly the time that we were going to educate about the issue, but in terms of grabbing people's awareness and really inspiring them to come and learn more, I think that that is the purpose that we sought to accomplish, and we hit a home run.
So the teach-in itself was amazing. We had to reject people at the door because it was overflowing. We had over 200 people, standing room only, people sitting on the floors.
And you know, we proved that if you look for it, it's not invisible as we think it is. I mean, this really needs to be a collaborative effort. It needs to involve the citizens and the police doing things together, organizations. I mean, just last May in Minnesota, 18 women were trafficked directly from Mexico to Minneapolis. They were promised, like this repeated theme we've seen, that they're promised jobs in restaurants, in hotels, and as soon as they get here, their documents are taken away and they're forced into these brothels. These 18 women were forced into 8 different brothels around Minneapolis.
From stories like this, we've started to realize how important it is to understand the diversity of human trafficking, because we want to be able to understand and be aware of every aspect of it. So I hope we have inspired you to spread the awareness and to join us in our abolitionist movement.
How do you think it went?
Amazing. Amazing.
What did I think? I think it went amazing. We should have had a bigger room, definitely, because we had way too many people in here, but it went awesome. I think a lot of people got a lot of great information from it. I think it was very, very successful. All the hard work paid off.
Just seeing this presentation was like full of really great ideas and great initiatives.
I thought the presentation was so awesome. I learned that I can go back to my own high school where I teach and involve the students.
I still can see those people's faces like in my mind right now, and that's just made me feel so great. And I kind of just put my notes down and I was like, I'm just gonna talk. Like I know what I want to say. Like it should just come out. And I was just looking at people as I was talking, and they're like looking at me straight in the eye, like, and I could just see it in their faces. And that was made me feel like, okay, they do care. Like it is something that's happening.
Again, it's one thing to do positive action where you are, but it's also another thing to start educating others as to what those steps were and then how they can replicate it. And hopefully in 10 years from now, we'll say that was a starting point in which 32 other Jesuit schools decided they would take the same action and they would ensure that people are free to live their life all around the United States and also the world.